It's fair to say it's the season of protest. It really is across Europe. Look at these scenes from Brussels on the weekend. They show just in the EU quarter of the city a mass crowd. Now, we know from police 5,500 people turned out on the streets to demonstrations organised by far-right political groups in that country. Now, those scenes did get violent. Of course, you woke up today to these images we brought you from Good Morning Europe, showing from yesterday the tear gas being fired as police clashed with elements of those demonstrators. So this was all about the UN Migration Pact and Belgium's role in deciding to sign it. But what exactly is it and what does it mean? Well, let me just take you through some of the claims you're seeing on social. Claims like this one from Marina here. She says, well, in her view, it's facilitating unlimited migration, making that a human right, the ability to have uncontrolled migration, and saying opposition to it now becomes hate speech. Then there's this claim here. Europe is under siege. Now, even the UN Secretary General himself acknowledging there's a lot of disinformation, many falsehoods, he says, going around about this pact. So what exactly is it? Let's speak to someone who does know about it. Matteo Villa is a migration analyst. He is talking to us now from Milan. He's been looking at this story in detail and analysing it. Matteo, very quickly, what is this pact and why are people so annoyed?
Well, very simply, it's not actually a treaty, as everybody is continuing to say, because actually, it's a non-legally binding document, which has been negotiated for 2 years by 193 UN states. And in the end, the narrative behind the document has been hijacked by some far-right parties, but also, on social media, who said and claim that this document will condemn Western countries to an invasion of migrants, which is absolutely not what it is meant to do. It is actually a way to try to cooperate better on migration issues internationally, which is something that we are sorely lacking now.
I think that's really interesting, isn't it? If the document itself says it's non-legally binding, it means countries don't have to follow it. What was the point?
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, it's actually more of a symbol than a legally binding pact. So it is a start. This is the start, a declaration of intent between countries that they want to go on and further their cooperation on migration. As I told you, it's been sorely lacking. So this was the first step towards other maybe legally binding pacts, but clearly each country would bilaterally or regionally negotiate that. So in the end, no country would ever conclude a pact that limits its own ability to regulate borders if that's what they want to do.
And just very quickly, last question, Matteo. What do you say to the claims that it confuses migrants and refugees?
Well, that's not correct. And again, that's exactly explicitly stated in the pact. Migrants and refugees remain very different categories, subject to different rights and obligations. Clearly, what the pact does state is again, just a very simple platitude, which is every person, even migrants, are human persons. So they enjoy human rights just as everybody else should do. That's exactly what the pact states, not more, nothing more.
Matteo Villa, thank you very much. Matteo Villa there, he's a migration analyst. But Sam, a lot of disinformation about this pact, which really, I suppose you could say, is a lot of warm words, but no real legal changes.
OK, Alex, for now, thank you.